James Charles is once again in huge trouble as an old video of his has resurfaced of him berating a fan who lost their job and is financially struggling for being lazy and entitled. Which is truly one of the most bewildering sentences I've ever had the displeasure of saying, because James Charles calling someone else entitled is like Andrew Tate calling someone else a misogynist, or Ben Stiller calling someone else white. Really random example there, I don't know why exactly that came to my head, but whatever. Before I get into this, however, I want to tell you all to subscribe to the channel. We're going for 400,000 by the end of the month, and we're so tantalizingly close. I had to slow down a little bit because I got these two things ripped out of my oral region. I almost said anal there. No, that wouldn't be right. How would these have ended up there? That'd be... oof. I don't want to think about that too much, but yes, I am currently in great pain, and I will not be able to yell this video, which, if you've been watching me for a while, you will understand is actually quite the challenge. But regardless, be sure to subscribe to, join the giveaway. Oh, you want my bottom wisdom teeth so bad. Oh, you want these so bad, don't you? I know you do. I know you want them, but you're gonna have to subscribe for the mere chance of getting them. Fuck, that really hurt. I really can't. All right, we're gonna be nice and calm and cool and collected this video. It's a good thing we're talking about James Charles, who's like, he's like the modern day... He's like the modern day Bob Ross. Honestly, I can't even say that sentence with a straight face. I couldn't even get the joke out properly. That wasn't even played up by, on my life, by the way, that was genuine. Holy, okay, wait, just to be clear, this is not an old video, this was a month ago. So me in the intro really did get it wrong, eh? Not an old video at all, no, this is modern day Jimmy C. Hello people, just so you know, I am looking at false information on this Twitter video right here, and this was in fact a few days ago, not a month ago.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's a GoFundMe link. Any donations help."
Mate, look at like the face of just pure derangement there while this bathing suit or like robe thing in his $1 million mansion. He's perfect, probably fake teeth, which I'm very envious of now actually. I'm sure he didn't need these ripped out. But yeah, I guess this is the setup for the entire drama that has been going so viral recently, is that someone messaged him saying that they lost their job and they need money. They started a GoFundMe, which in today's financial climate isn't exactly the hardest thing to believe or understand why someone would do. No one is obligated to send donations. It's not as though they're guilt tripping you or saying that you're a piece of shit if you don't donate to them, but they're throwing it out there in case, on the off chance that you did want to. It's something that happens to every influencer. It's something that happens to me very regularly as well. Most of the time I don't know, I just ignore it. But if it's something that's happening to me, 100% it's also something that's happening to everyone around my size and bigger and smaller probably. So it's a little weird that James Charles seems to be the only one who has like made a video crashing out about this kind of message. Like everyone else gets them, but no one, it's so like, just leave it. Who cares? But whatever, right? Let's hear his justification for why this is such a prudent issue.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message...
Yeah, it's a little tough though. Not everyone can just sell the same dog shit products over and over again and make really cringy videos for a living. Also, get a job is so ignorant in my opinion. Yes, it is obviously good advice. If you don't have a job and you want money, you should get a job. But it's like, do you think they don't know that? Getting a job can be super difficult in many parts of the world. The UK is a great example. Getting a job out of uni is horrible. There's so many students who have just come out of uni, they've done their degree like 4 or 5 years, and they just can't get any jobs. Or more commonly, they definitely can't get any jobs that are like related to their degree in any way, shape, or form. I think some people over-exaggerate that problem, some people under-exaggerate the problem, but it is a problem that should be talked about, right? Either which way, this simplistic and reductionist advice of go get a job is almost as dumb as just telling a homeless person to buy a house. But do you not think that they should be doing that? Like, obviously they know, ideally, that's what they would be doing, but it's just kind of not possible at the moment. Maybe there's a couple hurdles in the way of that achievement over there. Also, I hope I don't need to bring up the blatant irony of James Charles, of all people, telling someone to get a job. Like, what does he even do anymore? Other than re-release makeup products and like, he just films, I don't know, what does he even do? Let's actually try to figure out what he does. It's a little hard to find the answer because you have to scroll past all the articles of him sexting minors. I guess it's a good cover-up to hide from you being a lazy piece of shit. Maybe that's why he's so out of touch here. He's just not used to talking people who are old enough to have jobs. Yeah, get a real job, girl. Like What is this?
Everybody knows that I'm the queen of Coca-Cola. Hello. So I have 7.
Everyone on the planet. You know, my cousin over in Sudan just had a baby. The baby's 6 months old, but even they are fully aware of James Charles being the queen of Coca-Cola. I think those were her first words, in fact. James Charles, ya Sadiki, Coca-Cola queen. Those were her first words. I've got it on video. I'll put it in here if I can find it. I couldn't find it. What a shame, but just take my word, it's real, I promise.
Drinks in front of me, and I'm gonna see if I can guess them. Shout out to Michael and Mackenzie. I'm channeling him. Let's go. That to me is just giving classic Coke. Oh my god, maybe I'm not as good at this as I thought. Hold on. Okay, number 2.
Whatever, we're not watching this video, but either way, maybe the girl who lost her job and is in a financially desperate situation should just drink some Coca-Cola on a video, I guess. Although, to be fair, they're not the queen of Coca-Cola, are they? James Charles, he's worked very hard to achieve his position in the Coca-Cola world. If I was James Charles, I would have done the, you've got 7 people, you have to sext all of them, and based off their responses, guess which one's the minor. I think he'd be a lot more well-suited for that trend. Something that he's actually shown to have experience in, you know what I mean? He's not just, everyone's drank a Coke at some point.
To myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit.
He's mad. This is like when some insecure guy is angry that like he's not the only guy that some girl is messaging. So I guess if you're in a relationship, that's fine, but this is just some random stranger who's messaged you asking for a little bit of financial help. It's like, yeah, if that annoys you, then whatever, I guess. But this kind of public assassination of the lady is insane to me. I think reading it and getting annoyed is a bit of an is like an overreaction, to be honest with you. Like if I were to see something like that, I'd probably look at it and go, oh, shame that. And then move on with my life. Maybe, sometimes I donate, it depends on a bunch of things, to be honest. But I'm not, obviously, you can't donate to every single person. 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. Lazy piece of shit. Look at his face as well. He's so, like, confident in the way he's saying it. You're a lazy piece of shit because you messaged a bunch of celebrities for, like, financial help. Is everyone who makes a GoFundMe a lazy piece of shit? Or is it just the fact that they messaged you in particular? Like, if they just messaged you and you know they didn't message any other influencers, would that make it better? Would that make them a hard-working piece of shit, maybe? There's so much, like, needless, arbitrary information being thrown in there that I don't feel as though it's actually relevant to what James Charles' opinion is on this girl. Who cares how many people she's copy-pasted the message to? If any, by the way. That's a pure assumption on his part, of course. If only this girl was maybe the opposite gender, a decade younger, would have received a lot more sympathy from James, I think. Probably a lot more than a donation as well. I just can't get over how, like, happy he is. He's like, well, because obviously he's not happy. He's very angry in this video. So, like, he's really heated. His gears have been grinded. His bonfire's been pissed on. His spaghetti's been eaten. But he's doing, like, this weird Joker-esque, I'm laughing in the face of adversity thing. And it is genuinely quite terrifying, to be honest with you. Like, imagine being this girl and having, like, a whole 2.5 minute video dedicated to you from Jimmy C himself. Jimmy D. Charles.
And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing.
You're not a fan? Well, just because someone doesn't follow you on Instagram don't mean they're not a fan. I've only got 16k followers on Instagram, I think. It might be more than that now. You know what? Let's double check just for you guys. And also so I can plug my Instagram, I guess. Look, there I am. Oh, 17k followers now. That is lovely. Thank you all so much. But it should realistically be 390k because as we all know, based on James Charles' theory of Instagram, which is very esteemed, the amount of fans you have is directly correlational with the amount of Instagram followers you have. So I've only got 17k real ones. And to all of you, respect. Don't ask me for money though, you entitled pieces of shit. Unless, of course, I am the only account that you are following on Instagram. You know, as long as you're not cheating on me with those dirty other influencers, then we're all good to go.
And you think that I'm gonna send you money because you lost your job? Oh my god, welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied.
Welcome to the real world is not a sentence that I ever would have expected to be heard from James Charles towards someone who has, like, an actual job that they got fired from. Unfortunately, they have just been kicked super hard in the balls by the real world at the minute. Losing your job is one of the most, like, that's like potential homelessness for most people. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, they're probably struggling to get the fucking rent sorted for this month. They're desperate enough to be messaging random influencers that they have no idea, like, personally, I guess. That's a desperation desperation move, not an entitlement one. I guess depending on the message, if it's like, you are entitled, you are like obligated to donate to me or whatever, I can understand why that would annoy you. But from what it sounds like, it's like, it just sounds like it was a relatively friendly message that she copy and pasted to a bunch of people. I'm sure she is also looking for a job. You know when you apply to jobs, you don't get the job the same day. I feel like James Charles's knowledge of like resumes and job applications might strictly just be like Peppa Pig, where obviously it's a kid show. They're not going to show like the whole process. You just apply and you get the job, innit? At least I'm assuming. I'm not like an avid Peppa Pig viewer. But yeah, in terms of entitlement, wasn't this guy like complaining relatively recently after the whole cancellation, like years after, that he wasn't getting enough views on YouTube? This fucking infuriated me when I saw it, actually. Like, it made me way angrier than he has the right to be here. I just don't understand why he made this video. And I understand my flaws, you know? I'm a flawed individual and I'm self-aware and I understand I am an angry person. It's a genuine issue of mine. It really is. But in my defense, the internet made me angry because everyone's so dumb and that makes me really mad. Like, yeah, to be completely honest, the amount of stupid arseholes really does get to me. Fuck, I can't find the article for the life of me, but I remember so vividly him complaining that his views were like nowhere near the views of his prime. Just to be clear, I'll show you a screenshot of the type of views that he was complaining about. This is 2024, I believe. 5 days ago, over 500. All of these have like 500k. This one has like 900k. Obviously, yeah, it's a far cry from the 12 million, 34 million, 29 million, like constant tens of millions that you were getting in your prime. But to be honest, the fact that you still have a career after you got done sexting a bunch of minors is a fucking miracle. If you were making less than minimum wage on the internet, you should be fucking grateful for it. Like, the fact that you still have a fucking platform is insane to me. Not to mention a big one as well. Like, these are big views, dude. This is making an insane amount of money. Because these are long videos too. They're not like 8 minutes. It doesn't matter. Like, these are huge. You're fucking millionaire still. 100% pulling like 7 figures a year. Like, minimum. No doubt, man. All the brand deals, all the TikToks, all the channels, easily. And I don't mean on the lower end of the 7 figures either, by the way. So if you want to call someone else entitled, maybe take a look at yourself complaining about this level of success after a bunch of scandals that would have got most people cancelled. Indefinitely, that is.
You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you?
That's projection. That is you. You're describing yourself. You're in a way better position than so many other people who are clearly trying a lot harder than you, but don't have, I don't know, 1% of the same success. For you to get on your fucking high horse and start like stammering and shouting about this woman is fucking so unhinged, in my opinion. Like, fair enough if you were like some 70-year-old divorced dad who has like no limbs who gets messaged by a girl. I understand why that might annoy them a little bit more, provided they were also extremely poor and had like no following. It's just like a random out of the blue DM from some girl. But come on, man, you're James Charles, Jimmy Dickinson C. Just shut the fuck up and get on with your day and have a walk about your $1 million mansion. Sorry, $10 million mansion.
Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off.
Oh, now that there is a mortal sin against humanity. That is like, you've said Bloody Mary to the mirror 3 times. You pissed James Charles off, you got James Charles angry. Don't want to see him when he's angry. 'Cause he will make a 2.5-minute video berating you for being poor. And I don't know, you'll probably cry about it or something. Wonder how this girl's doing. I hope she's okay. Wonder if James Charles like reached out to her and actually gave her money because this video's gone viral and he's like shitting himself now. It wouldn't surprise me, although it would be the most performative donation of all fucking mankind.
Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees and it's going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job.
This guy has come on the internet and he begged like a dog for his career back, for his views back, after sexting with minors. And he can't even accept someone merely politely asking for money after losing their fucking job in a horrible financial climate where jobs are notoriously hard to come by. Not to mention, 17,000 people having lost their job makes this worse because that's 17,000 people all consecutively at the same time looking for a new job in an already notoriously oversaturated job market. If it was one person losing their job, it probably would have been a lot easier for her, actually. I guess it just goes to show how little he knows about real jobs. Which really, I mean, it's not a surprise at all. I think a dog has a higher chance of beating Magnus Carlsen in chess than James Charles has in writing a good resume. Or even knowing what a resume is, for that matter.
Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? Oh!
Fucking hell, even calling her a bitch now, that's insane. Oh, just because she lost her job and she was asking for a bit of money on a GoFundMe. It's not something I personally ever would have done. But I don't know, it's just not that deep. Like, it really actually isn't that deep. It's deep for her, obviously. She's in the shit. She's having a fucking horrible time right now, so I guess good luck to her. But for you, this is not deep. You could have just gone about your day. You live such a good life, man. This is like self-therapy. I need to start telling myself this whenever I get angry at comments now. You live such a good life. You're in a position that other people would kill for. What's one annoying experience? I like how in character he's getting though. Like, he's even like shooing away the camera as though there's a real person in front of him. Like, oh no, get out of my face, go away. I don't want to even want to look at you right now. Just leave me, leave me alone. Wait, why are you still there? Go away, fuck off. Why are you still, all right, listen, one more second, you wanna fucking put him up then? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's right, run away. Do what Jimmy C says.
What are we gonna do? Nothing! I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl.
He just came 4 times in anger there. And he's still angry. No post-nut clarity or nothing.
Put some effort into the workplace.
Fucking hell. I cannot believe that he actually made that video. Like, he's been on the internet for so long. It's been like a decade now. The fact that he's still so out of touch and so unknowing of what the internet, like, expects from people like him, that he thought even for a second filming this video, like, watching it back on TikTok and putting it out would ever be a good idea. Because I checked his TikTok. It's not like he uploads every hour of every day. He uploads, like, every couple of days. So this is, like, his big video for the next few days on TikTok. I genuinely, honestly, I can't fucking believe he ever thought this was a good idea. It boggles my mind. Let me see what his YouTube channel's saying. Dude, this guy's fucking banging views still. This is insane, dude. It's like 1 million views a video. Why was he ever well, I know why he was complaining, because he was getting like 20 million views a video beforehand. But like I said, after all the shit that he's done, 1 million views a video, fucking, like, the sun is shining out of his ass. I don't know what the big man up there is saying, but he must have a thing for Jimmy C over here, because fuck me, he's still so successful. What are these comments, by the way? But he's not wrong. Why do you all think you're entitled to his money? That's not the issue. It'd be different if she genuinely thought she was entitled to his money. But from what it sounds, from what he's describing, she just asked. It's not like she'd take it personally if he didn't, like, see it or didn't respond. Me watching someone get cooked for an opinion I low-key agree with. This is fucking the internet's insane, dude. The fact that anyone can watch this video and come out with an opinion that isn't, why the fuck have you made this? Is the most pointless video on the planet. There is no good reason why you ever had to deliver this information to us, especially in this manner. Then I think you're insane, dude. Like, even if he had a point, even if he was correct, to get on camera and call this woman like a piece of shit, calling her a bitch and all this like stupid shit based on a couple of messages that didn't really portray anything about herself, it's like, you don't know her. This is insane. It's insane, but you don't talk to people like that, even if they are a little bit annoying. Now, James Charles has actually released 2 apologies to this whole drama. One was made at the time, and one was made in the last like day or two. I think the juxtaposition between these 2 apologies is frankly hilarious. I'm wondering which one we should start off with. We could go chronological, or we could pull a Star Wars and go for the latest one first. You know, fuck the chronology up a little bit. Let's look at the newest one first. Okay, first of all, why is he in bed shirtless? Dude, come on. This is the least care I have ever seen put into an apology video ever, dude. Like, as bad as Colleen Ballinger's one was, at least you can tell there was, like, effort put into it, you know what I mean? It's just all that effort was put into the wrong place. But, like, what is this, dude? This is actually unhinged, dude. He's in his fucking bed shirtless he looks like he's genuinely about to go to bed, or he's just woken up. He doesn't give a fuck. This is like the most blatant I don't give a fuck response I've ever seen. Dude, If I ever get fucking called out again or cancelled, you know what I'm doing. Is he trying to like maybe seduce people into thinking that what he did was okay and nice?
Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video is basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could, asking for a handout. And I called her lazy, I said she was stupid, and I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message applying for jobs instead. This video was fucking stupid.
Called her a piece of shit as well, and a bitch.
It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary. When I saw that DM...
You know what it also was, though? It was real. That's the thing that I do think is important about this all, is that that's real. Like, that wasn't a funny or attractive or, like, witty or interesting or, you know, like, entertaining James Charles there. That was a genuine moment of anger that he was feeling at the time. I'll tell you what, it was a lot more real and genuine than this fucking apology video is. That much is clear. Especially based on the other response video that we'll have a look at after, which was a lot sooner to the video being posted. Hang on, was this video posted a month ago? Or was it a few days ago? It must have been a few days ago. Spirit Airlines shut down on the 2nd of May. So this Twitter video is wrong, unless I'm getting the dates wrong, or like the American date system's all weird and fucked up and I'm unknowledgeable of it. Because this says, what? That's April, right? The 4th month, that's April, right? So don't fucking crucify me if I'm wrong here. But I'm pretty sure the 4th month is April, yeah? And now it's May, which is the 5th one. Shut down on the 2nd, so this was like 3 days ago. So I was wrong in the intro, and I was wrong immediately after as well, because I'm getting false information here. Okay, Naz, voice me over at the start when I was like, no, this is actually a month ago. But keep this all in the video, yeah? So that people understand why there was voiceover at that point. Also, one thing that I didn't even clock, he said, I've just remembered it now. He said, like, you are a pretty able-bodied white woman, as though that makes her life immediately fucking easy. It's like, well, if that's the case, James Charles, then you're not allowed to complain about fucking anything because you are a pretty able-bodied man. Yeah, I know he's gay and that's like an oppressed group or whatever, but I mean, he doesn't know if this girl's gay. Probably why he didn't mention her sexuality, because he didn't want to assume. But regardless, just because those things apply to you, it doesn't make your life easy. Just because a really poor person might have white privilege, it doesn't make them not poor anymore. That is fucking unhinged, actually. Like, the implication that if you're a decently good-looking woman with all 4 limbs, you can just, like, make it in life easily with no work whatsoever is ridiculous, dude. It is pathetic. It is very entitled, and it is extremely out of touch and privileged for James Charles to say.
Choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day, but instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know.
But even if you did know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on in her life. You just, the reasonable, normal human thing to do is just ignore it. You probably get hundreds of these messages a week. Like, why is this one particular woman pissed you off so much? Does he have beef with that airline, maybe? Like, even if she was rich, even if she had, like, millions in the bank and was just asking you for some extra cash to, I don't know, make it rain on a homeless man, really disrespectfully, it don't fucking matter. Like, you just ignore that shit. You, like, look into it. Or let me see this woman's financial situation. Let me do a deep dive. Let me, like, CIA documentize this shit. Let me get some enhanced visuals. Just fucking leave it. Just move on. Go eat a sandwich or something.
My intention behind making this video in the first place was, I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally, it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account.
I don't think it does. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like, is he trying to make the claim that it's like objectifying or whatever? It's like, oh, they just see me for my money. And it's like, well, they just fucking, you don't know these people, bro. I don't think I've ever been annoyed. And I get annoyed very easily. I've said it in this video. I'm a very angry person. I don't think I don't think I've ever even felt a slither of anger from anyone asking me to donate to a GoFundMe. At most, all I felt is Like, it just isn't a very, it's just not that deep. It really isn't that, it's not that serious, brother. But again, I feel like if you wanted to make a video being like, look, just so you guys know, I can't respond to every GoFundMe that gets sent my way. I don't want to donate to any of them, because if I donate to one, I have to donate to a bunch of them. It's just not my thing personally. As much as I wish you all the best. I hope your situations improve. I am not the answer, or whatever. That's like fine. That would be a lot more reasonable. I wouldn't even go that far and say something like that publicly on a video based on someone messaging you. But if you said that, it would be a lot more reasonable, right? But let's not act as though that was the intention here, because it wasn't. Like, it just wasn't. If that was the intention, then that would have come across. By the way, I'm waiting for my intention was to, at some point in this response video, every good one has it. Although this is a bit of a shit one, to be fair. He's literally shirtless in bed.
What I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed.
It didn't come across like you were privileged and shaming unemployed people. You were being privileged and shaming unemployed people. See, he's still using like separatory language from the actions that he took that day, that glorious day of the 7th of May. This is like classic manipulation tactic. Oh, I'm sorry it came across that way. No, it didn't come across that way. You were being a dickhead. Just, why is it so hard to admit you were being a dickhead? Oh, I understand how you may have interpreted what I said as potentially bad, but what I meant was this, and clearly that's what I was trying to get. It's like, no, you said something bad. People didn't take it as bad. It just was bad and pointless and privileged. Also, there's no way he came to the conclusion, like, if no one messaged him telling him, like, oh, you can just see, like, this is really hard, he would have left thinking it was great still. Like, he's acting as though he came to these epiphanies, these conclusions that the job market is hard and that being unemployed sucks on his ones, when he just probably read a bunch of TikTok comments and is like, now you, like, oh, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that, and now I'll say that I'm taking accountability for it. Obviously, there's one thing, it's like fine to educate yourself via a bunch of comments that are being, sent your way and changing your opinions based on those comments. I've done it before on this channel. It's like perfectly reasonable. But when it's this fucking blatant and this fake and this artificial and this plastic, I think it's just hilarious.
Not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention and it really hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, honestly, I can tell the awfulness you're feeling, the fucking sympathy you have for all the unemployed people out there is piercing through the fucking screen right now as you lay in bed lazily. You're probably naked, like fully naked, about to head to fucking, like, about to go to sleep. He doesn't feel bad at all. He doesn't feel bad at all, man. You're clearly not losing sleep over this. You sound as though you just got up for a piss and thought, fuck it, let me make this video and then fucking go back to sleep.
And I know that it's not that easy. I know that the job market fucking sucks right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of. And I've heard so many fucking horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I know that it's really fucking hard out there.
I still get responses to job applications that I was sending in from before I even edited on YouTube. Like, I'm talking 4 years ago, I'm getting responses for job applications that I sent out. So this is not like an over-exaggeration that people have to wait a long time for their job applications to get at. And these aren't high-end jobs by any means. These are like minimum wage, clean the toilet type jobs. I'm sure that's not like a universal experience. It might just be a couple of shit companies that I happened to apply to because I was fucking desperate at the time. I was applying for thousands of, I applied for, you know what? I probably applied for every fucking job in the UK at some point. But yeah, not an over-exaggeration. Like, that is a real thing that a lot of people have to go through.
And that most people are just doing their best and trying their best to figure it out and to make it by. And if this person happened to choose sending out GoFundMe links as their method of trying to make it by, who am I to judge? Especially when you consider the fact that my method of figuring it out and getting by was making makeup videos online. I just happened to get really lucky, and now, years later, I'm in a blessed and privileged position. But as somebody with a platform, it's my responsibility to humble myself and to never take what I have for granted. And when I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I was speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint. And for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super sorry. Especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message.
Oh yes, offer her money now in the aftermath. Do it. Oh, please do it. Yes.
Before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see this video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit.
Yes!
But if you are not comfortable...
Oh, I knew it! I knew he'd do that! I fucking knew he would say that. I knew he would say that. The most objectively performative donation that anyone has ever fucking offered. Ever. Couldn't even find it. I don't blame him, to be fair. He probably gets hundreds of DMs every day. So, like, going through the slew of TikTok or Instagram DMs, whatever the fuck he was on, it probably was impossible for him. But even it makes me wonder even more, like, why that one annoyed him so much. If he gets so many, like, what the fuck was it about this woman? I'm so curious. I'm so curious. Was it, like, something in her bio? Was it, I don't know, did he just not like the look of her face, maybe? Is it something to do with the, like, there must have been something unique about this woman, or her request, or her message. Is it really just the fact that she didn't follow him? This whole thing is just so dumb.
I totally understand, too. I really appreciate anybody that...
He tucks himself in. Oh my god, bro, this is the least genuine apology. I fucking love this video. You know what, James Charles, he's a creep, but he is funny. I'll give him that. Just maybe not for the reasons that he wants to be.
Me a message or left a comment about this video today, letting me know how...
He's literally tucked himself in the middle of his fucking apology video. I can't fucking believe what I'm watching right now. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of apologizing to someone for being a fucking privileged, obnoxious arsehole. Before I do, let me just get comfy real quick. Oh, there you go. Yeah, my bad. I understand that jobs are hard, and you know, you're in a bad position. I'm in a great position now, actually. You know, in bed on my side in my mansion. Don't mean to flex on you too hard, but I'm having a great fucking time with my linen covers, with my silk sheets and silver spoons.
I really needed to hear that, and I really need to think twice before I hit record and just start yapping on this account. I genuinely treat this spam page like I'm on FaceTime with you guys. I love to laugh and tell you stories and rant and scream at the camera and joke around with y'all, but sometimes I genuinely forget how many people are watching, and it was completely inappropriate to make a joke out of somebody just trying to provide for themselves and their family. That's definitely my bad.
That wasn't even a joke, though. Like, you weren't even joking about her. You were just genuinely going off on her and calling her horrible names. There was no joke. There was actually no joke there. Okay, I want to have a look at the deleted apology video that came before this. He's still in bed. He's still tucked in. This one seems to be during the day, though. Why are you always in bed? Talking about welcome to the real world. You just fucking lay in bed all day.
Content creators are using, like, the 5-second clip in the very beginning where I'm like, you're a lazy piece of shit, get a new job, to upload their cute little think pieces being like, influencers are all so out of touch. This is so disgusting. You don't know how hard it is in the job market these days. Oh my god, give me a fucking break. Welcome.
Wait, this is the real James Charles. This is the real genuine response here. It's like, how can you have completely changed your tune and mind and opinions and knowledge of the job market in the couple of hours between this video and your latest one? It's such obvious bullshit and performatism that it makes me want to vomit, man.
The real world. It's fucking hard out there. Nobody owes anybody anything. The universe will constantly remind you of that. And a little bit of effort goes a really, really long way sometimes. I stand behind what I said, 10 toes down.
This guy's such a dickhead. It's actually unbelievable. And he didn't even stand by it. He stood by it, and then the hate got to him, and then he walked back on it. He didn't even walk back. He pretended to walk back on it. The guy's a fucking clown. He's a black belt waffler. I think that's pretty much all I have to say in this video, though, to be honest. A bit of a shorter one, I know, but my mouth is fucking killing right now. So if you enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Also, check out my my live streams. I'll be streaming. I'm going to stream right after this recording, actually. So that'll be yesterday for you guys, so I don't even know I'm telling you. But you can go watch the re-uploads of the stream clips on my second channel, Shepherd Boy, which is linked at the top of every video. So go enjoy those. Thank you very much. I just put a video out on the recent Charlie Kirk prom trend. Nice cheery video for the whole family. But for now, though, I'll catch you all in the next one, hopefully. So, yeah. Bye.